Okay, hello and welcome again to another video. My name is Rocky Calvin, and in this video, I want us to talk about the important things or the things that every beginner trader is supposed to be paying attention to. And this won't be just the ordinary, beginner trading video. This will be in details of what exactly you need to pay attention to that majority of traders always realize later on because they went straight into learning forex trading, like candlesticks patterns, and they went into the technical side of it without paying attention to the step by step of things that you really need to pay attention to if you want to do forex trading. So this video I'm going to be talking about that. The notes in front of me of previous video of about the importance of journaling. Hope you guys get some time to go and check it out. And that being said, let's get to it. Now, the the things that every beginner should be able to follow through or be able to take measures into not just jumping into trading. So without wasting time, assuming that actually this video is mostly meant for day traders. So if you're a swing trader, you can as well just use the same concept, yes, but this is specifically meant for day traders. So like first thing first, understanding the basics. So understanding the basics simply means that you need what is day trading in the first place. As much as it might sound funny that you don't really need to know what day trading or need to define what day trading is for you to be profitable, but it's important or just a good thing for you if you want to become professional to know what day trading is. And day trading is just simple. Day trading is just buying and selling stocks or maybe forex or other assets, within the same day to profit from short-term price movements. It is just, buying, selling stocks and forex and so on for you to take profits for the same day. So there are some terms that you need to get in. You need to get familiar with. So some of these terms, like the key terms, are, for example, you see the bid and ask, spread, volume, liquidity, candlestick patterns, support and resistant levels, and so much more. So I'm not really going to be explaining what liquidity is in this video. I'm not going to be explaining what resistant and support is. I'm not going to be explaining candlestick patterns. Majority of traders usually, even me when I was beginning, I went straight into learning candlesticks patterns, but I did not even follow the process of the list of things that I need to learn from A to Z. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly the list of things you need to have from A to Z for you to have a good solid foundation in your trading journey, so that you don't waste time. A lot of time, the way majority of us traders wasted a lot of time, learning the wrong things or focus or trying to skip some things which are very important. So some of the terms that you need to keep yourself familiar with, for example, as I've said, are things like spread. You need to know what a spread is and how they affect your positions or your trades. You need to understand things like liquidity. You need to understand what's a candlestick patterns, and the support and resistant levels, the breakout. And me speaking about this is general. This is not only about ICT concept. This is not only about retail concept. This is not about the hedge fund concept. This general uh, information I'm talking about here. So that's why you hear me talking about candlestick patterns and as well talking about liquidity, because it matters, all of them. So it still in the process, still on the understanding the basics. Still, we have to now start with a solid foundation whereby you need to understand technical analysis. Remember, first thing I've said first, understand the basics. And the basics I've talked about, what is day trading? It's just buying and selling of stocks, forex, and so on for profits within the same day. Then the second thing I've said, is also understand the key terms. That is still under, understanding the basics, understanding the key terms like support, resistance, and so on. So on the second category of the things that you need to put in your list is, to start, with a solid foundation, which includes learning technical analysis. So technical analysis is where you're going to be studying, charts. You're going to be studying trends. You're going to be studying indicators and so on. So apart from that, you're also going to be learning a little bit about news, whereby you're going to be following the news, the economic reports and earnings announcements, geopolitical factors, and events that can move the market. You see, so that will be our second situation. Now, second important thing on the list. Then after that, we can go to the third one, whereby now we need to now understand the essential day trading strategies for beginners. You as a beginner, there's a lot of strategies over there. That's why I don't want to talk about strategy in this video, because right now everybody's talking about this strategy is working better than the other one. This one is working. It's all bullshit, because guys, I've done it all. I've done it all. If I tell you guys, I've traded SMC, I've traded ICTS, I've traded support and resistance, I've traded retail concept, I've traded patterns, I've traded indicators, MACD, RSI. I've done all those things, guys. And I even went ahead, and took it to the next level, whereby there was a time I was in praying and fasting, and God enabled me to understand some things in the market mathematically, whereby most of the time I often use 369. I know by now maybe you've heard about it, but I'm not here to talk about it public. I always see that there's a time is coming whereby I'll be able to lay the foundation of how to teach people these things. But as of now, I'm really not really in comfortable sharing them right now, because they're so complicated and so powerful. Like, you can, with this mathematical system, you can be able to even predict exact price, where price is going to reverse from, or where price is going to hit. It's so crazy. First time I came across this, I was really shocked. I was like, what? And what's make it more interesting, guys, is that this was not taught to me by anyone. This was during my fasting and praying period, and meditation. That's when God, so that's for another day. So in this video, remember, we're talking about the things a beginner trader should follow. So this video is meant for beginners if you're planning to start Forex trading. So let us go to the essential day trading strategies for beginners. For example, you can learn about breakouts. Breakout trading, whereby you can be, maybe let me give you an example of that. So for example, the breakouts, for example, you can be just drawing a trend line like this one here, like this. And although this trend is not really perfect, because it's on a daily time frame, and the candles here are not really giving good vibes, but this is just a good example. So it was a downtrend. I'm trying to use the simplest terms possible for a beginner. I'm not going to be going into liquidity, market structures, and so on. So just you do a trend line, and then once price breakout, you look for a retest and buying, targeting the opposing side of it. So these are some of the strategies. You can find them online. It is not a must for you to watch them in my channel, but I will make videos of them if you guys inquire me to. But they're all over internet. You can literally just find them everywhere about breakout. Okay, so you can learn about breakout, like how it works when price breaks above, maybe for example, if you have a resistant zone, then the price breaks above it. For example, here breaks above it, then we start positioning ourselves for buys. But you see, for advanced traders, as much as you can tell, maybe there's resistance here, but if you understand the concept of liquidity, whatever you're calling breakout might be just a liquidity grab before price start reversing. So I'm not going to go into that, because that's a little bit more advanced theory into this. So learn things such as breakout trading. And apart from that, you can also learn things like pullback trading, or retracement, whereby you wait for a price in in a stock market, when you're on an uptrend, you wait for a pullback to a level, for example, like a support level before buying. So you just wait for price to come back down, then then you buy. So I'm really not going to be talking about these strategies, because if I start talking about them right now, that will be a whole nother video. But this video, I want to talk about the important things that every trader who's willing to begin to learn trading should be able to learn. Apart from that, we have strategies like moving average. Whenever they cross over, you are able to take trades based on them. This is how I started, guys. And apart from that, you can also learn about scalping. Scalping mostly is about making quick short trades. Your trades doesn't really stay for long. It can be 1 minute, few seconds. You're in and out, quick profits, scalping. But I don't really support scalping that lasts less than a minute, because it's way too dangerous and way too impulsive. I've done it before. You buy immediately before the candle close. You take away with some little profits, and the profits are too little. It's more of a high frequency trading, but now the difference is that you're doing this manually. So I don't really support the that type of scalping. But yes, if you want to do that, you can do that. But remember, a majority of pro firms don't even allow it. So maybe you can do that in your own broker's account if you have the capital too. So apart from that, the most important part is now the risk management. This is the part whereby when I started, I never even paid attention to. I never paid attention to this, and I wish if only I had paid attention to this thing as early as much as I had put so much effort into learning the the technical side, the analytical side of trading. I would have been, it would have saved me a lot of money, because I literally lost a lot of money because of poor risk management. And that involves, the use of stop loss orders and, risk reward ratio, position sizing, and so much more. So when you talk about use of stop loss orders, always, you have to set a stop loss limit to uh, to 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 your trades. For example, when I started, I barely was calculating risk. I was just entering trades and not even caring about how much leverage I'm using, and that's why majority of beginners always talk about what lot size should I be using. you said I've seen that question for quite some time, because a lot of people often ask like, what type of like how much lot size should I be using when trading gold? And it's not about the lot size, guys. It's about the account size, it's about the leverage, and it's about your risk, how much you're willing to lose per trade. So I'm not going to be talking about that into this video, but this just to give you the details, the steps of the things you need to follow, so that you can start the way I started from point A, where we talk about understanding the basics. And right now, I'm we are in point 4, where I'm talking about risk management. So understand risk management. Then also, apart from that, you need to understand tools. When you're a beginner trader, I'm assuming that this somebody who has never operated maybe trading view, doesn't really understand how these things works. So you need things like trading view for analysis, and sometimes also for executions. But you as well need MT5. That's a MetaTrader. That's where you place your trades. And if you're a beginner by now, I know you have seen that bluish kind of application whereby most traders usually show how much money they make. And so you need that. That's MT5. That's MetaTrader, and we also have MT4, which is I don't think if people are still using at this. At this kind of era. So apart from that, you also need a broker, or with their own specific specific platforms. So a broker is the person whom you're going to be depositing your money to, because remember, trading initially, it was not even open for people like us to be trading with little capital. It was something that only people with real big money would only like were participating. And back then they would only give orders by calling the bank and saying, hi, I would like to place an order buying these stocks and that. That's how it used to be. But right now, we have the freedom that we can do trading, and we have been offered leverage by brokers, even with the little as $10. Okay, so you need a broker. And remember, guys, I'm only outlining the things that you need here for you to start trading. I'm not teaching you exactly how to trade in this video. I'm giving you the steps you need to follow for you to have a successful or solid foundation in your trading. So apart from that, another important thing that I ignored, or majority of traders often ignore, is keeping a journal. That's This is something that changed my trading, and maybe I'll talk about it in some video next time, because a journal will help you track your trades, and analyze your mistake and your success, so that you can be able to know what's working and what's not, so that you can be able to change the things that needs to be changed, and improve on the ones that needs to be improved, and stick to the only ones that are working. So you need a journal. And then apart from that, you need to start small as a trader. Don't get carried away by what you see on social media, people showing off how they bought a Bugatti, how they have a lot of money from trading, and now you just feel, yes, it's so tempting. I was tempted back then. I was very tempted by that lifestyle. It is a good lifestyle. It is possible. Yes, you can do it. Very, very possible. But don't start with that mentality. Start small. Go to a demo. Trade on a demo as much as you can, until you see that now you have consistent, at least you are doing something. And apart from that, ensure that at least you have somebody who understands trading, a mentor. Me, when I started, guys, I had nobody. Let me be honest with you. That's why I used to cry to God so much. That's how I ended up even knowing those mathematical side of trading. I literally had nobody, guys. Nobody. Like the people that knew, I used to ask them, yo, can you guys even, I didn't even know how to do a trend line back then. I did not know. It was crazy, I tell you. But by the grace of God, here we are today. So I'm thankful. So apart from that, after starting small, just don't be in the rush of making quick money, or in the mindset of you want to get rich quick. That will never work. I've tried it and I've failed a couple of times. I've never seen anybody in trading who tried to get rich quick and made it. Nobody. Just do your research and show me even one trader that that had that mentality of get rich quick and really made it. No one. You'll find that everybody took them a couple of years, minimum 2 years mostly. And you find that for the ones who became profitable after 1 year or 2 years, these are people who had mentors. These are people who had experience close to them, so they were being guided. And apart from that, the biggest mistake that now you need to stay cautious about is over trading, revenge trading, and ignoring market conditions. So these are some of the things that you have to pay attention as a beginner trader. Now, lastly, day trading itself requires a lot of discipline and patience. Most traders are not, disciplined, and most people often lose money because they focus so much on learning, but they don't even focus on managing risk. They don't focus on improving. They consider they want to make money real fast. So, guys, these are the things. If you're planning to begin your forex trading, these are the things you need to pay attention to. And I hope you guys were taking notes. And with that being said, you can subscribe to this channel, leave a like, and a comment on what you think about the video, or what you'd like me to cover in the next video. And that will be it for this one. This one was for the beginners, people who want to begin forex trading. And I'm not going to be this, as you can tell in this video, I've not talked about what a candlestick is, what's open, high, low, close. I don't know, because that's a whole other concept, guys. This is just to introduce people to be aware of what they're getting into and what they need to pay attention to step by step, so that they don't make the same mistake that we others who have a little bit advanced in trading made during their early stages. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one, guys. Cheers.